season all comes down to this. The championship game featuring the top seed that was expected to be here against a much lower seed that's had to scrape and claw through 3 rounds of playoffs. But all that matters now, 4 quarters of football for immortality and the ultimate prize in the sport, that national championship trophy. Welcome, everyone, to NRG Stadium, home of the Texans here in Houston, Texas, as we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Street. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion. Team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start at the 25. Candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. He's brought down. First down, spotted near the 41.
That's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who's on that 98 national championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you think about the Tennessee Vols.
So one play moves the ball to the 41. Another first down. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. First down and more, he's still running. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And looking to throw now on first down. The pass rush gets home.
You know, a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. The ball has picked up enough yardage to get a first down.
It's always a gamble to go for it on fourth down when you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
Movement here from the tight end. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The gain makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They convert on third down now. It sets up first and goal from the 9.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, this is why the offensive coordinator trusts his quarterback on these RPOs. He made the right read, was able to pick up some good yards. Now they have a second down and manageable. Wouldn't be surprised if they run that RPO again.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Touchdown, Volunteers. They draw first blood in this national title game. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. In motion. They open the championship game with a pass. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Makes the catch. It's Moran. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. He'll hand it off. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Kirk, it's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The pass is off target. It hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. On the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. On first down, it's play action. He escapes the pocket. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up second down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Contact as he threw it. Not able to connect. Incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The pocket breaking down. To bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And that punt will just bounce away from the returner and out of bounds, so no return. Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Then they come up with something here. Now they're running on the toss. He slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quick catch over the middle. Brought down, but he's tossed the line of the game.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Turns it loose downfield. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Play action fake, looking to throw. On the move now. He's going to pull it down and run. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game. He's able to do that right here.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Movement at the 2nd level of the defense now. On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Swarm to the pass rush. The sack.
Now, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
And this will be fair caught about the 15. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Handoff to the back. He bring it down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
I love to watch this offense when they can dominate the line of scrimmage and have a talented back behind him. You continue to pick up first downs, you get the rhythm going. We've been watching Tennessee offenses do that for a long time.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. He's looking to throw. Looking right. This one caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. And when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Keeping it on the ground here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Love this early in the game by this defense. Taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. But the fourth quarter really starts to wear you out.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. The pass rush closing in. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for 3rd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. He's past the marker and still going. They make the tackle, but the offense set up for the first down in the red zone.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
The Volunteers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. QB bootlegs here. Catch made on the right side. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. Receiver in motion now. He's running out of time here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
3rd down and short in this championship game on the 9th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got it, looking for the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The balls line up with a 1st and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. The defense takes their 3rd and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline. And the defense hold up here on 3rd and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Out there for the first play of this drive on the 18. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaking free at the 35. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. With the catch, it's Moran. Gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Moran. And the defense able to bring him down, and that should just about do it for this first half of play. And he clocks the ball to have a chance here for a long field goal try before halftime. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. And he's got it, no problem. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Volunteers will kick this deep to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there and start at the 25. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field again. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Using his legs on the scramble. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which can open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Pass caught. Breaks into open space. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. QB decides to keep it here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it, one-handed grab. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Well, that receiver just plucked the ball out of the air with one hand. That's going to be on the highlights.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Bringing pressure. Escapes the pocket. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Here we go. 7th play of this drive in the championship game. 3rd down and short. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a 1st down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Bites into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. The coach deciding to go for 2 here to cut the margin to 3 points. And the wideout goes in motion. Throwing off play action. And they've got him behind the line. There is a minimum marker, but if it's on the offense, it'll be a change of possession. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Try and muscle for the first down. Defense stuffs it right there. No gain. Fourth down coming up.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
The Volunteers will bring their punt team on the field now. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the punt will just bounce out of bounds. That wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. And it's a direct snap. First down, looking for more now. They get him down, but not before an explosive run play in this Wildcat look. It's a first down. So just one play, and they're just shy of midfield now. Motion now from the tight end. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. The back's got it. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play. Second down here. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looking to scramble. Oh, and they've got him. A sack on the final play of this third period. It's Tennessee on top as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Close to the tight end. Very tight coverage. It's incomplete on the deflection. Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play. Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They bring him down after a short gain there. When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution. That completion makes it second in medium. Quick throw, the catch is made. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Ball handed off. It's the first and still running. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And the ball has come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, we're going to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Grab by the receiver. Finds room at the 30. The senior with excellent work after the catch.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
After one enormous play, the offense is set up with a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Tight end goes in motion. Leaning on the run game here late. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
But I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And now the running back's got it again. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this 1st down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit...
And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Balls.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Tennessee, 21, Northwestern, 9.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. Offense onto the field. National championship game comes down to this. They've got to get points right now. Serious urgency. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Pressure is coming. Look out, room to run here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. It's a short completion to the big tight end. He brings him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43. 1st down here for this offense.
I'd love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a 1st down on that 3rd down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking deep downfield to the left. Try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
intercepted.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Third and short, they hand the ball off. The Balls are going to keep this drive rolling.
Chris, just so impressive. And as much focus as there is on quarterbacks and wide receivers in the passing game, at the end of the day, to win a national championship, there's going to come a critical third down where you got to rely on your offensive line. The opponent knows you're going to run. You still do it. They convert, and I think that may be it.
As the first down is still going.
What a shot, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
Leaning on the run game here. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Now, the defensive coordinator must be thinking, it's about time. This running back has just destroyed this defense, and this time they're able to get into that backfield and come up with a nice play.
The shotgun handoff here. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense made it in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. With the last team.